Jessie is one of Disney Channel's most successful shows because besides being one of the top streamed shows on Disney+, it also managed to have a spin-off that ran for 3 seasons with the Ross Kids, then for an additional 3 seasons without the Ross Kids. I was always surprised of the success of Jessie since it had such a big cast. Yeah, Debbie Ryan was coming strong off Sweet Life on Deck, Cameron Boyce was coming from Grown Ups, and Peyton List with Karen Brar were coming off Diary of a Wimpy Kid. But it's normally a hit or miss with shows that have a large cast. I think what made it work was the chemistry between the cast and the talent of everybody. Nowadays, when people look back at Jessie, they do it with a weird face, but what's probably the main reason that people look back at Jessie like that is what has happened with some of the cast, and I'm not talking about Cameron. Cameron Boyce, you were extremely talented and are dearly missed.
You know what, babe? That doesn't work for me. In fact, that's it. This relationship is over.
What I'm talking about is all the stuff that's came out about Sky Jackson. I won't get into details because I think everyone knows what I'm talking about since some of the stuff has gone viral, but it spoiled the show for many people who enjoyed it. And since then, many have started calling Jessie cringe and began hating on it, but I remember when it was airing, everyone watching loved Jessie. Jessie had great episodes, but also had the best crossovers. They did one with Good Luck Charlie, Austin and Ally, Liv and Maddie, Spider-Man, and KC Undercover. I think the best ones were with Good Luck Charlie and Austin and Ally.
We feel really bad intruding on your Christmas Eve.
Oh, well, we wouldn't want you to feel bad.
People have noticed Jessie seemed to be the butt of the joke most of the time, and how it starts to come off almost like bullying, but I don't think the writers wanted Jessie's character to be bullied. This was most likely done to show how immature the kids were because they were also constantly mean to Bertram and pretty much every adult except their parents. Speaking about the parents, it was funny seeing Christina return home in the finale and say she's going to be staying home to take care of the kids, so Jessie is now able to move on with her life. But then Christina sends the kids to a summer camp, so what was the point of coming home and staying? Also, many people say it's mean of the parents to adopt kids and then get a nanny to take care of them as they go off to work, but this is pretty common. Many rich and successful parents leave their kids to a nanny while they're constantly working, except the difference would be in real life. The parents usually go home to sleep even if it's rare, but with the Ross parents it seemed like they were gone for years.
Oh, Mrs. Chesterfield, I bet you throw a great Halloween party. People are afraid of you every day of the year.
I know we're supposed to hate Mrs. Chesterfield, but as I get older I realize she's not really wrong when complaining about the kids. They were always noisy and misbehaving. Her comments towards Jessie were a bit too much sometimes, but I get why she would make them since Jessie was the one in charge of the kids.
You seriously aren't inviting them to your party?
Short answer, no. Long answer, no.
The theme song is a little annoying, but has a part that's been repeated throughout the years and became kind of iconic, which is this part here.
It feels like a party every day.
The sets are great, and not just the penthouse, but the playground in Central Park and individual sets like the teacup in that one episode where Zuri and Emma try giving Jessie a good prom. The kids' rooms all looked cool and actually lived in. The living room was huge, and the setting of the stairs, the piano, and the picture of the kids on the wall all looked nice. The theater room also looked cool, and their terrace was huge and fun-looking.
I'm starting to think maybe Connie was lying about the whole being over Luke thing.
You can kiss me, or you can kiss the cactus. I picked the cactus.
When it came to special guest, Jessie did it right, like the creepy Connie episodes and the Chris Bosh episode. When Maya Mitchell appeared, it was also enjoyable to watch. Adam Sandler appearing was good as well, and it was funny how he was just at the school dance.
Oh, Jessie, help! I told you Connie was so creepy!
I don't think the comedy holds up anymore because it was too performative most of the time. Debbie Ryan, Cameron Boyce, and Bertram were the only good ones at action comedy. People also don't like how stereotypical the cast seems from far. Emma is the dumb blonde. Luke is the ladies' man who sucks at school. Zuri was the sassy black girl. And Ravi is the Indian who has a giant lizard as a pet. They tried doing things differently by making the butler not wanting to do his job. And sure, that was ironic, but Bertram would always play into the fat person stereotype.
Guess what? I made us Tessie t-shirts.
Who's Tessie?
Us! Tony and Jessie. Ta-da!
Making Jessie have trouble dating and finding a good man came off unrealistic. I mean, Jessie wasn't ugly, and apart from dating trash men, they made it that they were also ugly, as if Jessie couldn't get a decent-looking, well-put-off guy. When Tony showed interest, she was shocked to have a handsome man paying attention to her. When Mrs. Chesterfield's son showed interest, she was also shocked, like, if she was this disgusting woman. You can also say this for how she never landed an acting gig. She could have been the worst actress in all of New York, but some casting director would have seen her beauty as potential and would have sent her to acting classes to still be able to use her once she became a better actor.
No, I don't have any homework. I'm suspended. I'm going out.
Yeah, out of your mind. Please tell me you fell asleep in some grape juice.
Her age was done right, because in the show they make it clear she's still a teenager, and it comes in handy when Emma is rebelling and Jessie can connect with her since she was just that rebelling teen not too long ago. The only complaint I have is how they dress Jessie, because it would age her badly, and you would almost forget she was only a little older than Emma.
Maybe we should take everything off the walls until Emma goes off to college. Or, let's be real, marries a prince.
Jessie is one of the most streamed shows on Disney+, but that must be from new young kids discovering it and getting hooked. If you were young when new episodes were premiering and grew up, but want to go back and rewatch it, I don't think it's as good as it was. The only episodes that are rewatchable are the crossovers with Good Luck Charlie, also the one with Austin and Allie, and it's mainly because of them and not really because of Jessie. I don't want this video to come off as hating on Jessie, because I loved watching it when it was still airing new episodes, but it just didn't age well. When comparing it to shows from its era, it's one of the only ones you can't rewatch nowadays. But let me know in the comments if Jessie aged well for you, and if you can rewatch episodes today.